So the auditor covers something that's probably a bit of a limitation in EXO out of the box, that there's only very limited ability to see what has changed in the system. So for example, who has changed a particular record? Common things that you might want to know about is if somebody has changed the bank details on a supplier account, for example, or updated information against the customer, or changed the price on a stock item. So our audit table gives you the ability to audit all of what we would describe as master file information in the system, the asset register, bill of materials, contacts, creditor accounts and account groups, debtor accounts and account groups, debtor pricing, general ledger accounts, header information throughout the system. So, for example, the job header table, which is where the main information gets saved when you create a new job, right through to stock items, which would include pricing for stock. So it's easy to, once the auditor is configured, you go into the setup screen, which we're in, and if you want to then add a particular table, so let's say supplier stock items, we want to audit that field or that table. By default, it will then select every field in that table that will then start tracking what's changed. You may not choose to track every single one of those fields. And once you've saved it, that enables the audit. So the audit tables that are active are in the list here. And if we were to make a change to a record, so let's say a debtor account. So we'll pick a debtor account. We will change the address. And we'll put a email address in. Save that, go back to the audit, pick the debtor accounts table. I can now see, so this is basically now the screen where you can monitor anything that has changed within any particular date range. So I could drill this into just today, and now it's showing me each field that was updated. So the postcode was changed. It was changed by the EXO Business Administrator account, which is how I'm logged in as. It was done just now. I can see what field, what the old value was and what the new value is. So email went from blank to populated with that. Address line 4 was blank, now has that value in it. So it's a very detailed audit of anything that's changed in the system, particularly useful for things like monitoring who has changed pricing, as I mentioned, who's changed supplier details, pretty much anything you want to track. Doesn't affect performance on the system. It just writes to an audit table as things are saved, and then you can then inquire on that audit table and export it in the form of a report